Okay, this is part two, and but really, I don't know what people are gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So they were like telling me to get them out the house and all this stuff and blah this and blah that. I was like, whatever, okay, fine, and I really didn't argue with them. I just got tired, and in the end, so I just called Sarah and I said, thanks for the let me work the other day because I was supposed to call her, but I didn't call her, and thank her anyway. And then I just asked her, was her the offer still available for the house? She's like, yeah, she's really excited and stuff, and I mean, that's why I really can't really get upset, at white people, because I mean, there's some people out there that have problems and stuff, but I really don't have a lot of problems with them. I mean, some people, you may have problems with, but like I said, the most of the problems you're going to have are just going to be with the guys, and the women are going to have problems with the women, and stuff like that. But she was like, yeah, and I think it was like 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock at night, and she lives about like 45 minutes away from the place, so she just said, maybe in such and such time, and blah, with such and such place at such and such time, and she came down and took us to her place. It's huge, it's Japanese style home, but it was huge. The rooms were really huge. It's almost like American houses and stuff. It's really huge. And she just told them, this don't touch, but anything else you can touch. TV, cable. She got a computer there and stuff like that. So Shane, he's a white kid, and he stayed at the house. My son came back and stopped with me at home, and so I took him back this morning, and she came over this morning too, Sarah, and she just took them out to eat, and was telling them all these clubs and stuff and about Kyoto that I didn't even know, and like I said, because I don't really party with her group and stuff, and like I said, I talk in my videos and I just talk about my life, but like I said, there's people out here that's doing much better than me and having much more fun, and she's one of them. She's telling us about these clubs in Kyoto, and Sam and Dave's in Kyoto, and this other bar, this other club where they play house and they got hip-hop music, and said Sam and Dave's is just a big meat market, and I can just imagine, because Kyoto is nothing but a college town. They got a whole bunch of students out there, the young girls out there, and for the girls that like want to be with the guys out there, and then they got the older crowd, it's in their 20s and 30s and stuff, and it's really interesting. She was saying, and she told them about all these festivals and stuff, because I don't get into that stuff, and she said she's going to take them to this place and that place, so I guess, she got time. I don't have time and stuff, and I was like, wow, and it turned out to be, actually, what happened was, them getting upset and doing what they did actually turned out to be a good thing, because it'll make my son and his friend Shane's trip more, it'll make it more exciting and more fun, because now they got someone who really knows the nitty-gritty about Japan more than I do, to take them around. And like, they don't have bikes, but she said they can rent bikes for like $100, $90, and then take it back and get like 30 or 40 bucks back, and so they can ride around town, and and it's just a trip, and I was like really happy, and I was like really upset at the parents and stuff, but then, like I said, I don't know if I said in my other videos, but I really can't get upset, and I could have been on the phone and they talking all that crap, and I said, well, he's my kid, you don't love my kids, and blah blah blah, and start fighting and arguing with him, and say, I'm not leaving out the house, and if you want them to come, you want them to get out of the house, and you come and tell them yourself, and I could have did that, and they would have never came out here and told them that, they, for some, they just don't like me, and I don't think it had anything to do with my kids, or my son or Shane or anything like that. It was just me, and then the problems that they had with their youngest daughter's son, husband, ex-husband, know, so I can't really blame them. But you know, like I said, I just leave them alone, and I just don't even talk to them. You know, just let them go on about their business and stuff, and I just going to create, you know, get on the ball and create my business, because you know I do got stuff I can do. But it was just really, really interesting how things turn out, and that's why, you know, like I said, I would say it again. You know, I'm like, my life is cursed. I thought I made a video about this, and I think I erased it. It was really good. I think I erased it because actually it was kind of boring and stuff, and I don't know, it sound like I'm like feel pity for myself or something like that. You know, but then, you know, my page isn't really about to entertain people or anything like that. It's just to give information about my life and what I see. But I guess I can say it now, you know, I'm cursed. I can't really get upset, because every time I get upset, I am not lying, it's always at the wrong time. It's like if I get upset, then something good will happen right after that, you know, that'll make me feel stupid, you know what I'm saying? So I could have just argued with her parents and said all kinds of stuff, you know, and then now they're in a better place. I wouldn't say a better place, but they're in a better situation, you know. And it was a better place because, you know, my daughter, she stays up all night and yelling and crying, and my son, you know, he fights, not fight, but he yells and cries, and you know, it's just too noisy, and they can't really relax. Now where they at, it's just them, you know. And I can go over there or take my kids over there to visit, you know, and take them out and stuff, you know. But they didn't really come out here to, you know, sit in the house, you know. They came out here to enjoy themselves. So actually, it turned out to be a good thing, because if the parents would have never known that they were there, then they would have been at the house the whole time. And like today, they're with Sarah. You know, she came and took them out to dinner, and she's gonna take them to get some bikes, you know, and you know, then she go to work. She'll probably spend all day with them, you know, until she got to go home and, you know, take care of her own kids and whatever. But she's gonna, you know, take care of them and stuff, you know, and take them around, you know, and you know, and it just turned out to be just all positive thing, you know. And it's just weird, you know, because I could have just, like I said, you know, and I'm aware of this, that I just can't get upset. You know, people like a lot of my friends saying you're nice and this and that, we never see you get upset. But it's not like I don't want to get upset, because I do want to pop somebody upside their head, you know, but I can't, you know, because something's going to happen, and that's going to make me regret it. And like I said, I could have yelled at their parents, and and then that would have strained our relationship even more, and they would have hated me more, and I would have hated them more, you know. And then I would have had to, you know, because I was going to call Sarah anyway, you know, and it turned out to be a nice thing, you know. But you know, I was like, all right, I was real cool, you know, and all right, whatever, you know, I don't care, you know, I ain't gonna worry about it. And it just turned out to be real cool. So I just thought I'd share this with you. You know, and my wife, you know, she was kind of sad, you know, and everything. She was trying to say, you know, trying to explain to me if I understood what her parents meant. And at first, you know, I kind of thought I understood, but, you know, now I really understand, you know, because they don't want me, because they don't know what type of person I really am and all that stuff, and they just trying to protect their assets and stuff like that, and that's perfectly understandable. And they don't know my kids or nothing like that, or you know, because you know, I do have a friend who did marry this one lady that was rich, and he just boned her dry, just spent up all her money until she was broke, and divorced her and moved on to somebody else, you know. And there's a lot of people that do that, you know, black, white, whatever nationality or race or whatever they come from, you know, and that stuff happens. So, you know, I really can't get upset. And I do want them to trust me and all that stuff. But you know what? For me, like, I made another video like this too. Love, you know, it's, you know, last night sold me. The only person, if I want to find someone to love me, I might as well just go on and focus more on myself and learn to love myself more, because trying to get someone else to love you the way you think you would love you, want them to love you and all that stuff, nobody can't do it. So now it's just like, I'll just fall in love with myself and don't worry about all that other stuff, you know, because it's not worth it. But anyway.